Hello, I am Ethan Jeon, and in this project I simulated the FIFA World Cup via logistic regression. The variables are categorical, and regression lets us predict the dependent value via the factors we choose. Let me introduce the datasets. Let me introduce the first table. The first table is of the World Cup 2018 dataset. This table regards the result of the 2018 World Cup. There are many attributes on this table. Some of the attributes on this table include the team, the group, previous appearances, the current FIFA rank, the first match against, second match against, the third match against, the match index, and much more. This is the second table, and this is the FIFA ranking dataset. This dataset shows the ranking of each country, and there are also many attributes on this table. One example of attribute is the concluding date. This is the third table, and this is the dataset of the results. On this table, there are attributes such as the date, the home team, the away team, the score, the minute, and whether or not it was an own goal or a penalty. I also should mention that I had to fix the strings with unknown characters for this dataset to make it more accurate and precise. For the implementation, I implemented the analysis on Collab powered by Google. This is cell 1, and for this cell, I had to change the country names to match in each file. This is the data pre-processing cell, and for this cell I had to match the name of the countries in different files. For example, in the rankings part, I had to match IR Iran to Iran. For the matches part, I had to match Germany DR to Germany and China to China PR. And for the World Cup part, I had to match countries such as Iran to Iran, Costa Rica to Costa Rica, Portugal to Portugal, Colombia to Colombia, and Korea to Korea Republic. This is cell 2, and in this cell, I was organizing the ranking date by the date. For this cell, in other words, I organized the ranks for every day. In the cell, you can see how I joined the table or merged the data in the group based on the rank data attribute. This is cell 3, and this is where I organized the attributes and generated the features. For example, rank difference is made by the operation of rank home and rank away, as that is redefining the features. This is cell 4, and this is where I tell you how I generate the model. To generate this model, I used the linear model in sklearn library, and I also used logistic regression as I told you before. After generating the model, I also evaluate the model using the ROC AUC score. The ROC curve, also known as the receiver operating characteristic curve, is a two-dimensional drawing of the relationship between sensitivity and specificity. Increasing sensitivity reduces specificity, and increasing specificity naturally lowers sensitivity. The sensitivity can be calculated by the true positive divided by the true positive and the false negative combined. And the specificity can be calculated by the true negative divided by the true negative and false positive combined. The AUC, or the area under curve, shows that the more area of the ROC curve and the value of the AUC are 1, the better the model is evaluated. As you can see, the AUC score in this model is 0.74. Here is cell 5, and in this cell, I will tell you how I evaluate the model. The features are equal to the average rank and the point difference. The wrongs are equal to y underscore test. For feature and features, they include things such as plt.figure, plt.title, x underscore test.loc, x.loc, and plt.legend. The stakes distribution and the wrong predictions are for true 0.577222 and for false 0.422778. For the stakes distribution overall, the true is 0.626408 and the false is 0.373592. Here below on the video, you can see the graphs for the average rank and the point difference. This is cell 6, and in this cell, I have a slight margin to predict the draw. As you can see, the margin in this cell is equal to 0.05. This is cell 7, and this is the final cell. This cell is about the group round simulations. As you can see in the video, the opponents are equal to the first match win against, the second match win against, and the third match win against. The World Cup points are equal to 0, and the World Cup total prop are also equal to 0. In this cell, the variable home rank is turned to point difference, and that is just redefining the result of the calculation of the formula in the code. For the simulation, the home win prob value is the value we try to evaluate. For example, in the World Cup 2018 for Group G, there were 6 games: Belgium, Panama, Belgium, Tunisia, Belgium, England, Panama, Tunisia, Panama, England, and Tunisia, England. For all 6 of these games, we can see that this data shows who can win by how much. In the future, I want to develop my work as follows. Currently, I'm working with group simulation. Later on, I want to improve to individual simulation as in pairing. I want to also make the model with neural network, and I want to finally make the project within website or application to help betting or coaching. Again, I'm Ethan Jeon from Yonsei International School of Seoul, and thank you for listening to my presentation.